Welcome everybody to the latest quarterly update. Q3 was another really great quarter for the Nothing team. We finally deployed Nothing OS 2.0 for Phone 1 users. We collaborated with Sanford to release a new sound pack for our Glyph Composer. CMF by Nothing launched its first 3 products. And finally, as we're recording this, the Nothing brand is celebrating turning 3 years old. This is the final quarterly update of 2023, and today we'll be hearing from Carl, Bruno, Ryan, and of course Louis. Whilst we at Nothing have been super busy ourselves, so has the community, so a quick shout out to a few members whose work has caught our attention over the past 3 months. Aman with his CMF Watch Pro screen concepts, Akash with his colourful illustrations featuring Nothing products, and Dimitri for his crisp renders of a mechanical keyboard concept. Now there's plenty to cover in this edition, so I'll hand you straight over to Carl.
Okay, so the team told me to say something about Nothing turning 3. To be honest, this exercise has been really hard for me because on one hand, so many things have happened in the last 3 years, so it's really hard to point to anything specific and really summarize it in a couple of minutes. On the other hand, there's so much public information about us, so I really struggled to find what to say without boring you with information that you already knew. So I thought to myself, how could I really boil down everything we've been doing in the last 3 years to its essence? And that's what I wanted to share with you today. If I had to summarize, I think it's been A, being misunderstood, and B, increasing our capabilities. So talking about being misunderstood, I understand. We haven't been really super clear about everything that we're gonna do in the future. And I think it's fine to be a little bit misunderstood as long as we deliver products that people love and our users are voting with their feet. So if you look at the first year, people were saying that Nothing is this cool new company that's making really well-designed audio products, earbuds. In the second year, because we launched the Phone 1, people said that we were a smartphone company. Okay, we accepted. In the third year, I think things started to get a little bit confusing for people. We launched the Phone 2 with an upgraded Nothing OS 2.0. People saw that we were way more into software than before. We also did the sub-brand, so still a smartphone company, but a bit less clear than before. But whilst we're doing all those things externally, internally, a lot of things have changed. And we really improved our capabilities in the last 3 years. One, if you take engineering, in the beginning, a lot of our engineering work was outsourced. Today, most of it is in-house. With increased capabilities, we can also sustain more products in the market, where we could only have a few products before, but today we can build, launch, and sustain multiple products at the same time in the market. And the second thing is the team. Our team keeps improving week over week. This is the smartest, most hardworking, most passionate group of people that I've ever worked with, and I think now we're really learning how to hire the best people in the world, and together we have this constant learning loop where we improve our strategies, improve our processes, and keep getting better together. And third, our financial performance is really improving year on year. This is driven by multiple factors. For instance, our products getting better and better, and more people buying them because our brand is more well known. Our distribution is more wide-ranging than before. And to add to that, our supply chain has gotten a lot stronger, so the terms that we're getting from our suppliers are a lot more favorable than in the past. So all of this has led to really good financial performance improvements over the last 3 years. We moved really fast, but internally we're still super critical of ourselves because we want to get better faster. But if you actually take a step back and look around, which other company at 3 years old has executed like we have? I don't think there's a lot, right? And with these new capabilities that we've acquired, I think we can do a lot more. So the future looks really exciting. And I can't wait to share more of our plans in due time. But today we do have something new to share with you guys. I'd like to welcome Bruno to come and talk about Nothing OS 2.5, the newest iteration of our mobile operating system.
Thanks, Carl. Hi everyone. Today I'll be sharing some of the work we've been doing to elevate our OS experience as we introduce Nothing OS 2.5. Plus some insights into what's coming up in the near future. Those of you taking part in our Phone 2 open beta may already be familiar with some of what I'm sharing today, but this is still a good chance to get an overall look at what we've been working on over the past few months and our thinking behind it. Functional aesthetics and putting the decision-making power back into the hands of our users was the goal with Nothing OS 2.0. And as we reach this next milestone with 2.5, based on Android 14, we remain laser focused on bolstering on this vision. So let's talk widgets. As with the Glyph interface, our widget system not only helps to communicate at a glance, but also provides different layers of information and even functions when you swipe vertically. This reduces the need to open apps and gives your home screen more purpose and functionality instead of just being a portal to siloed experiences. We are continuing to build on that. So let's take a look at some of the latest. First, we have the pedometer widget. Here, you're able to easily set and monitor the progression of your daily step goal from 0 to 100% with a fun progress visualization. You can also swipe up to track your average weekly step count or view a monthly snapshot of your daily goals and streaks. Another top request from our users is the media widget. This allows you to navigate an album or podcast from any media source. Tap to pause or play, use vertical swipes to view artists and audio info, or use horizontal swipes to skip tracks forward or backwards. Multiple service compatibility means the widget will pull content seamlessly from when you switch between media from different apps. And there is more, the new screen time widget. At Nothing, we want to make tech fun again, but we also remain mindful of our smartphone usage. As such, this widget allows you to monitor time spent on the home screen through a playful character that will indicate when you have exceeded or not your set daily limit. You can also swipe vertically to check on actual screen time information. One final note on widgets though, which is great news for our users. We are now leveraging the Google Play Store for widget updates. What this means is they will be rolled out with more frequency instead of being tied to a normal OS update schedule. Now, moving on from widgets. We have redesigned our customization menu into a one-stop shop experience. Prior to Nothing OS 2.5, we felt that the experience, while improved, was still quite fragmented. So we decided to tie all of this together into a simple interface that gives you access to all the settings you need to make the device uniquely yours. We also learned through comments on Twitter and dedicated workshops on Discord that screenshots, while seemingly a small feature, are actually quite vital and used daily as they allow for quick information sharing. So we've added a whole new interface for editing, annotating, and cropping captured content. We've also added the option to delete screenshots immediately, just in case you took one by mistake. Additionally, there's a 3-finger gesture for triggering screenshots, plus the ability to capture partial parts of the home screen just by long pressing and dragging to select a specific capture area. There's also plenty of other small improvements and adjustments throughout the OS, including animations, better widget organization, 5-column grid improvements, and minor UI updates like sliders and some quick settings. As your feature scope increases, we must maintain a consistent experience across the board, always making sure that our solutions are scalable and future-proof for what's coming next. Now, if you are a phone-to user looking to experience the latest Nothing OS features, you can get access to Open Beta 2 starting today, November 9th. Simply head to nothing.community and download our beta installer. Details will be linked down below. OBT2 is your opportunity to see real responses and refinement to the feedback we have received during the rollout of OBT1 and test drive latest improvements on Glyph, including Glyph Timer UI and progress for Google Calendar. As we look to the future and continue to evolve the Nothing OS platform, here are some things that I can tell you that are top of mind for us as we develop Nothing OS 3.0. While I can't disclose any timings and too many specifics, I am happy to share with you a bit more about what we are discussing behind closed doors and key areas of exploration. First, we have connected experiences. We aim to create features that make it easier to connect with people you truly care about. For that, we are exploring how to design meaningful interactions in Nothing OS that don't distract you or others from what matters the most. Second, enhance Glyph experiences. We know that even more can be achieved through our Glyph interface. So we are looking to introduce new combinations of hardware and software features over time. Last but not least, we aim to bring a higher level of UI uniformity across the OS and our apps. Nothing OS 2.0 brought our vision to life with clear purpose and functionality. The next phase of this is to push even harder for a more visual cohesive experience overall that extends to all our applications. So that's it. Now you know what we are thinking about as we look to the next phase of our OS. And we are so excited to bring you a new version in 2024. As always, please keep the feedback coming. It's super important for us. Next up, we have Ryan to talk about our new Apparel line.
Last month, we revealed our latest project, Nothing Apparel. The reveal happened here in London with a special preview and event at Dover Street Market, an iconic fashion and design space right in the heart of the city. We were blown away and really excited by the initial feedback to the range. Inspired by classic factory and labware from tech's golden age, as well as Nothing's iconic hardware design, we see Nothing Apparel as our design ethos in a textile form. Actually, this is something we wanted to do for a very long time. The project started last year and has been run by a team of dedicated experts. Conceptualized with our friends over at Teenage Engineering, our focus is quality-driven wardrobe staples that are designed to withstand the test of time. The full apparel lineup includes a coat, a cap, a tracksuit, heavy hoodie, and much more to come. Our plan for apparel is that it continues to play a core part in our product roadmap. We see this as our uniform. Workwear we still want to wear when the work is all done. Focused on style and practicality, these pieces are for anybody trying to make something new happen. Of course, sustainability plays a really key role in the collection. The garments are made from 100% recycled nylon and 100% organic cotton. The YKK zippers we're using are very premium and made from recycled materials, including ocean-sourced plastics. Even the bag that we ship the products in is 100% biodegradable, plant-based. A wider selection of pieces will be made available via a series of limited drops online and at Nothing Store Soho in London at a later date. Be sure to check it out on nothing.tech. Now over to Louis.
Hey community, this quarter marked my final board observer meeting for 2023 and I didn't hold back. It was really important for me to let the team know that whilst the quarter as a whole has seen some really good developments with things like the Android 14 open beta, there's been enhanced community engagement with the relaunch of the community forum site. Plus we've seen more recently Nothing and Chroma have partnered with the India market, which has been really well received. However, there's also been a lot of confusion and unsettlement within community. For instance, CMF by Nothing was a really exciting launch with product demand going through the roof. However, we've all felt a little frustrated by the lack of clarity around product launch comms and overall availability. There's also been some question marks around some of the other non-tech related launches and collaborations. And within the meeting, this generated some really interesting conversations around how Nothing could approach this in the near future. I also raised some points that there's been reports of a few ongoing issues for some of you with battery drains and camera underperformance with your phone products. Now rest assured the team are working hard to address these issues, of which another one was raised around FPS limitations for some of you mobile gamers. Now my understanding coming out of the meeting is that this isn't to do with Nothing, this is more to do with the game developers themselves. And rest assured again, discussions are ongoing with these different developers to allow them to enhance FPS levels for you in the near future. Of course, there's a lot I can't talk about from the meeting, but there is definitely a lot to look forward to for the rest of the year and beyond. Finally, from me, it's been a real privilege to represent you this year. Let's keep making community great together, and I'll see you around. Back to you, Rob.
Thanks, Louis. Shout out to you for a great term in the board observer position. As always, a big thank you to all the team members that joined me for this update, and a big thank you to everyone watching. In case you missed it, we relaunched Nothing.community not so long ago, so come and hang out there for all the latest brand news and community initiatives. Let us know in the comments below which team members you'd like to see in future quarterly updates, and our next quarterly update is actually going to drop in early 2024, so I'll see you then.